Audacity is nigga the oldest software
in the world. But it works. So not for what we wanted to do.
Nigga, so it don't work. Nigga, half-ass software.
It's still recording, nigga. It's still recording.
Nah, but go ahead. Kick in the intro.
Man, I wish we had the drop plug though. Can I plug the drop plug?
Like I said, it's super staticky.
Don't worry about it.
We need another one for sure.
All right. What's up? It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Bobby, here with my co-host for the first episode of the Block Talk podcast.
Nigga.
They can't see us. I'm looking at you.
Nigga, I wasn't looking at you looking at me. Yo, so.
Obviously.
Yo, so this is G, co-host of the Block Talk podcast. How's it going, everybody? So me and my co-host Bobby said we here today to go over a couple of topics, have a little discussion. It's going to be short, around 30, 45 minutes, something like that. So it's like, stick around and you guys are going to love it.
All right, sweet.
So, Bob,
sweet.
Yeah, what's first on the agenda? Actually, you know what? You took the time to do that, but I am really about to just run over all of that.
Go for it.
Yo, so with just being the first episode, like people know of us, like you know, I know Greg, I know Bobby, or whatever, but they don't really know so much like about us. Like they know of us, but they don't know us.
Right.
So I think to start it off, we should talk about what makes us unique. So if we're talking about a subject that we have more knowledge than, let's say, the average person does, they need to know why they should listen to us over somebody else, or why they should just know that we have credibility in what we're saying. So, like I said, I know so you got your business, you've done design and computer design and stuff like that. So just go ahead, list off some stuff, like do your like credentials, like brag a little bit, like let the people know who Bobby G is. Cause I didn't know he was Bobby G until the shit dropped yesterday.
Look. So the only reason, I saw your face during the
nigga. Oh, cause like niggas, I'm G, you Bobby G, nigga. Like way to
so
just
look,
undermine the fuck. I got going on.
This is what happened. But I don't know for how long. So many people have been saying that. Like, I don't know where it came from, but people have been saying, "Oh, that's Bobby G." I'm like,
probably like Bobby V, like Valentino.
Possibly, I have no idea where it came from. But I was like, And then I felt like my old Instagram handle was Legend BG3.
Yeah, I seen you change it to something wild. What is this?
Yeah. So I wanted it to be Bobby G 3.0, because I'm the third. So it's okay, that's pretty cool. But it was so many Bobby somethings on Instagram that I had to like put a bunch of dots and colons and all that stuff in there. So I was like, you know what? I might just change it back. I don't know yet. Yeah. But as of right now, it's Bobby.G 3.0.
What if you go back and your shit taken?
That'd be horrible. That'd be trash. But
go ahead.
So to get back to the earlier point,
go ahead and brag a little bit. Let niggas know.
Actually, I don't have any credentials. I don't have a degree. Everything I do has been like trial and error or back against the wall, and you got to fight your way out. So with this whole clothing line thing, it's been an excuse to try to stop working. Like, I'm lazy as hell. I don't want to go to work. I'm tired of working for people. So I've been in the graphic industry for a while. Graphic design, logos, business cards, flyer, other stuff or whatever. I actually end up quitting a few of those things just to focus solely on the clothing line, but also business. Like I said, I do not have a degree. It's all been guerrilla warfare, just learning stuff as I went, talking to certain people. I have a few people in my life that do have certain are pretty business savvy that I've learned from. But that's all I've really been doing is really just trial and error, not being afraid to step out on faith. Also, like making sure that I have my ducks in a row. So if I know at bare minimum, I'm going to make sure I pay all my bills, and then what I got left, this is going to be my risk money. You know what I mean? I'm going to take this, and I'm going to try to turn this 100 to 350 or something like that. Right. That's how I've been doing things.
Right, a nigga planned. Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that was the come up part, bro. But you also had some pretty good like accomplishments.
Yeah. I think I have. So like the Black Market is an event that I hosted back in 2020.
Back.
I know, right? Like it's only been a couple of days ago. But yeah, it was 2 events that I used to first off highlight and showcase what I had going on, which was, Royal Lineage Apparel. But I eventually opened it up to to other people, other small businesses, which I'm actually like about to retire the small businesses because I feel like that kind of puts a cap on it. And I think we should adopt the words growing business, like or growing, not growing small business, but growing business.
No, I get it.
Because like you don't want to always be small, like you want to grow it.
Oh, that's a very progressive way to look at that.
Yeah. So I think like that's where people should start in like the way they say things about what they want to. I hate this word that people been using now, but manifest. I like you. If you want this thing to be bigger than what you want it to be, then or it is, then you should stop saying small business.
Nigga, are you gonna hit the table the whole time?
I am, because I'm a very expressive person.
Okay, go for it, man.
But it's passionate, you know.
It's whatever. They damn, this shit got bass.
No. But yeah, so that was the black market. The black market went on twice. The first one was on my birthday, July 12th, and the second one was like August something. But yeah, it was a bunch of, I think I had a max like 30, 31, 32 different growing businesses there.
No, that second one was lit. The first one was cool. The second one was lit.
Second one was so much, and I learned so much more for the second one. Like you don't know how many compliments I got, like from my little brother, from you, from y'all being there helping people set up, and like I actually felt like you
was running some shit.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, I was there to pay people, like made sure everybody was taken care of. It was just great all around. Like I made my money, everybody that I employed made their money. So it was great. And like I said, that was just all off guerrilla warfare, trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what don't work, connecting with people. Now,
I've known you for a while, and the fact that you put that shit together surprised the fuck out of me. Nigga, I pulled up, I'm like, they having a parent-teacher conference up here? But I was super happy that shit turned out for you that way.
Yeah.
And you didn't charge nobody nothing.
Yeah, so it was all based off donations. The first one was based off donations. The second one was a donation of whatever they want to give, and I told people specifically like what they were giving towards. So that made people give like a minimum of like, I think the lowest I got was like $15, and the max is probably like $50. But all they really pretty much paid for was me and my little brothers did the groundwork as far as passing out flyers, hanging up posters or whatever to get the word out. Yeah. So they paid for our time, and then they also paid for the porta potty.
Yeah, in the rental space.
Well, yeah, well, really, I didn't pay anything for the rental space. Like that's another thing.
You say fuck a permit, nigga.
Yeah, because
guerrilla warfare goes back to our earlier point.
There's guerrilla warfare, man. You see a spot, you take it, you use it for what you can. So yeah, I didn't get any permits or whatever, and actually it was because during the time, the city wasn't giving out any permits, so it was actually set up at your own risk, and you were at risk of being shut down by the police. But I'm not gonna give out my location that we were at because I believe we saw plenty of police drop up and down. Whatever. But
that nigga crashed. Remember that nigga crashed?
Yeah. Right there on the side of the street. Like, it's always, every single time we did it, it was a car crash.
Yeah, it was.
Every single time.
And that one nigga just like got up and like pulled off and drove.
Yeah, the car flipped over, and they kept on driving. Like,
bro,
they turned the corner, parked, and then pulled off from there. But yeah, it was. I believe the area we was in, it looked like it was a school event, so the cops never shut us down. But everybody was safe. Everybody, had their mask on when needed to be, because we were outside. It was open space and people could spread out as far as they want to be, and it was just a really, really good experience overall. Like I said, I still shock myself when I go back and look at some of the videos and some of the pictures or whatever, because they just seem really, really cool. Like this is something. Like I've seen people partner up from my event, or like I've seen friendships grow from my event, and it really put things into perspective for me of like how much we can get done if we just work together. But we just need that positive space. And if
kumbaya ass nigga, huh?
Hey, you gotta be, man. You gotta be in this crazy world, man. Like, we black people gotta stick together at some point. So like, if the black market can be that space, then that's what it'll be. Yeah. So enough about me. What you got going on? What's your credentials?
My credentials.
Where the resume at?
Man, So, you know, anybody who knows me, they know I've worked at the movie theater for forever.
Yeah.
My first job started when I was 16. I'm older, and I'm still there. Like, in about 3 years, if I'm still there in about 3 years, which I kind of hope to be, I guess, in a way, the niggas who starting out will have been, like, younger than, like, my tenure there.
Wow.
So I think you can start at, like, 14, and then in a couple years, I have, like, 14 years.
That's crazy.
So, like, nigga, I've been doing this before you was born. Don't tell me no popcorn. And, so then, you know, I spent some time as a banker. I was a banker for about 8 years. That was cool. You know, it taught me a lot about, like, financing, money. A lot of niggas who you think got money don't. Or if they do have it, they don't have it for a long time. Like, I was working out in a Royal Oak. And when it's a nigga out there, he owned just about, like, everything out there. Like, no exaggeration. Like, you know, like Royal Oak Music Theater?
Yeah.
Like, he owned that whole building, everything attached to that
I remember
shit.
you telling me about
Yeah, rich nigga. Does not look rich. Like, this nigga got on some, like, he got on, like, some cool shoes, but, like, you know, they, like, cool, like, white people shoes.
Right.
Like, premium leather.
Right.
Like, there's no Jumpman logo on that, nigga. Like, how can I quantify your worth, nigga? Like, and, but I did that for about 8 years. That was cool. Nigga, I sold furniture for like 3 months.
I remember that.
That shit was ass.
I remember that.
And I worked at Sam's Club for like 6 months. That was ass.
Yeah.
Don't recommend. But outside of that shit though, I've had, you know, internet success.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm more so proud of. Just because I know everybody can't have it, and I've had it at least twice.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
I would say.
I've had at least twice. And it was just like, oh, no big deal. I went on ahead and did it, and it just happened, and it was cool. So, for y'all who don't know, I rap. I don't rap as much as I used to. I rap in my free time. But I used to rap. I used to go by Frostmatic. You can look it up if you want. And a lot of it is pretty old, but it don't matter. Anyway, so.
Definitely check it out. It's good music. It's really good. Like, I've been around G since 8th grade, and he's been rapping since then. The style in which he's rapping has definitely changed ever since, you know, his taste has grown, but I would definitely say check it out. It's really good music, especially if you like, you know, some more melodic rapping. It's really good.
No, for sure. Thank you. And
actually, first rapper I know to hit 1 million views. Most of y'all can't do that. So.
Oh yeah. So views in total, like through my whole YouTube channel, it's about 10 million.
That's crazy.
About 10 or 11 million. It's like 42,000 subscribers. And I got to the point where I was getting paid off of YouTube like every single month. I remember when I got my first YouTube check for $100, nigga. I was like, so having like $100? Like, oh my God, like, nigga. Like, and then like it was going up like 100, 200. And I kind of like started like 250, 300. And I was getting like checks like that every single month. And then I remember one time, I think it was either in December or January, but I got like my first YouTube check for $1,000.
That's crazy.
Like I ain't like nigga 1,000 of them.
Right.
Like that was more than like nigga I was making at wherever I was working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though that was for the whole month, but still to like have $1,000 just given to you,
right? That you
like,
wasn't expecting.
I wasn't expecting. Like these are some old ass songs that I made in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like and that shit worked, and I'm still happy about that. Like, and I still get paid to this day from them old ass songs.
That's dope.
Oh, whatever. And
oh, your masters. No.
right. Shit. And then I did the movie theater thing. And I still do the movie theater thing. So with that, me and my boy Savage, we was working at the theater one day. We like, man, dog, you know, memes was popping. I don't know when this was, but memes was popping. Like, dog, we should do something about the movie theater. You know, we was talking. And I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm about to go and do it. So I went home that day, went on Facebook. I'm like, Blue movie theater memes. Bam, done. So I invited everybody at the theater, right, who I had on my friends list. And then we started making memes or whatever. And then we started sharing them with each other. Then the employees were sending us memes and shit like that. So it started with just 10 of us. Then it blew up to like 100 of us. Then like when it got to like 500, I was like, that's crazy. And then now it's at like 40,000.
That's nuts.
It's at 40,000. So 40,000 current and ex movie theater employees are together. And it's really like the largest concentration of movie theater employees like on the internet. So we got managers, general managers, regionals, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just ain't the popcorn niggas. You know what I'm saying? Right, senior managers and like niggas know. Niggas don't know this.
People know who you are.
Yeah, niggas know who movie theater memes is.
That's crazy.
I could go to like any theater in the country if I wanted to. Be like, yo, I got my movie theater memes. Can you help me? And they'll be like, yes.
That's crazy.
And and I was actually make some money for it. Like people would send me shit to like advertise on the page, like niggas who write books or movies and shit about like working at a theater. They'll be like, yo, I'll give you $100 if you post this or whatever. I'm like, bet.
Right.
And then they'll be like, well, if I give you an extra 10, can you do like a $5 boost on it? I'm like, I sure can.
Right. Definitely.
So I mean, it was cool. Like I said, the guy started making jokes on the internet, and niggas was like, yo, y'all niggas funny. Here's money. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And with that being said, like you did all that without even putting your face to it. Like,
no.
Like it was just all like legit jokes. Like,
all jokes. And then I don't even think I posted my face on there to this day.
Yeah, like nobody would know who you were.
Right. And in a way I kinda like it like that.
Definitely. I would prefer money over fame. Yeah.
I mean 40,000 people, I don't know if that would really be fame. I mean in the movie theater community. Yeah. What I want, cause they send like the general managers and shit to like Vegas for all of these special meetings. I want an invite to that shit. Like, man, like who are you? Nigga, I'm movie theater memes, nigga. Like
who are you?
Yeah, nigga, I work like a day a month, nigga. Like, pay me. I get to keep the free movies. But other than that, man, that's about it. And now I work at a fucking factory. And this shit ass.
It is. Same here. I'm in the plant and it's terrible. It's the worst thing in the world. Okay. It's paying the bills right now, but is the plan is to get out of there. Right. Yeah. People keep like I actually got like a lot of compliments from my GM or whatever because just I would say general manager because we made parts for Chrysler. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Shap. But yeah, we. So we have this thing at the job or whatever called it's like some kind of portal, and you can implement ideas or whatever and like actually sign off on them, and then when they get put, it could be an engineering idea, you can actually make a part and be like, hey, I think this rack will work perfect over here in the such and such area, and if they deem it worthy, they'll put it in or whatever to give you points for it. And like it's been people that like got so many points that they got their own parking spot. Oh, or nice. They get so many points and they get like an extra $500 check or whatever. That's sweet. So like I actually implemented something with like the computer or whatever, where it'll count out how many what they call reject parts or whatever. And like I put it in, and within maybe 5 minutes of me putting it in, the general manager came running down to my department or whatever, like, yo, that's such a great idea.
That nigga
like,
thought you was a genius, boy.
Yeah. He was like, that's such a great idea. Like, y'all should know how many bad parts y'all get at the end of the shift. And I was like, yeah. Like, and then it's like so many people from the office to higher ups or whatever, like come to me like, hey, you give the most communication out of everybody or whatever. You actually help us do things better or whatever. So I know I get on their nerves because so much stuff be broken around there. And I'm always emailing people. Like when I found out that my email account has everybody's email in the address book, I can contact anybody. I'm like, oh, what's their last name? That person get an email. That person get an email. Yeah. And just get stuff done, man. Because like I refuse to be stressed out at somewhere I already don't want to be.
Right. Right. No, facts. So, man, that's why I left banking, dog. Banking was cool, like 9 to 5 holidays, like vacation time, shit like that. It was cool, man. Okay. But man, I'm gonna talk about them niggas on a later episode for sure. Like I'm going in on them niggas. Definitely. But shit, nigga, we at the 19 minutes. We got like another 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. So you actually came with a list. So now
I got a decent list.
So is there some things on your list that you want to get to now that we done with the fuckery?
Or... Real quick, I just want to talk about this James Harden trade because it's been big. I just want to talk about this James Harden trade. Okay, y'all hear the hands? How you?
Them dry ass hands, boy.
Yes. I've been in the house all day. No lotion.
That's some Vaseline right here. She got her shit stocked though. That's nice.
Yes. If y'all don't know, we are in my girlfriend's office, her writing space. But yeah, this James Harden trade. So a lot of people have been saying, I've been posting stuff about it or whatever, and apparently they just won. They won their first game with him or whatever. Kyrie still haven't played,
so nobody cares.
Yeah, but at this point, today is the 17th? Yeah, 17th. So this is my take. I think they should. Well, two things. One, if they don't get more depth, specifically on the defensive end, they're not beating the Lakers at all. I don't see it happening. Second thing is, well, actually 3 things now that I think about it. Second thing is, I think Kyrie's staying. I think Kyrie is going to stay, but I think Kyrie is going to want to stay, but Brooklyn might let him go.
But I don't think. See, the way it was presented to me was that KD and Kyrie were like butt buddies or something, and you couldn't get one without the other.
Right.
And I feel like if keeping Kyrie means you get to keep KD, then you keep Kyrie. I don't know if I mean, he's not a bad player, but I feel like the nigga's a distraction. Like, I hate to sound like that nigga. I didn't know what, like, GMs and shit was talking about when they be like, oh, this player's a distraction, don't draft him. Right. But I get it now. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want this nigga on my team. Like, this nigga ass, bro. This nigga ain't never did nothing on his own ever. And that nigga be talking like he big shit. That nigga was in Cleveland for 4 years before LeBron got there. Them niggas was a lottery team every single year. Them niggas ain't did shit. Then this nigga went to fucking Boston. Them niggas played better without that nigga. Then this nigga went to fucking Brooklyn. They played better without that nigga. What the fuck is that nigga there for? That nigga, like, bro.
Still a top 5 point guard in the league right now.
I don't think so. Look,
I know you don't.
No. Nigga, we got time. We got 9 minutes. Look. So I got Steph over him.
Okay.
Agree?
No, I don't agree.
Okay, so you bugging. So I got Dame over that nigga.
I will put him neck and neck, but I'm not putting Dame over.
Man, give me Ja over that nigga. Ja Morant. Give me Ja Morant over that nigga.
Too early. I love Ja Morant, but too early.
So if you was like drafting the team right now, you would pick Kyrie over Ja.
Right now?
Yes. I got
yes. Way more experience.
Give me Trae Young over Kyrie.
I like Trae Young, but again, too young, not enough experience.
And for fifth, nigga, it really don't matter. Kyrie can be 5. Kyrie can be 5.
So that's cool. Only person I'm gonna put him up against is Steph. That's because everybody loves Steph right now because he is the premier scoring point guard. Uh-huh. He's a way better shooter than Kyrie. Way better shooter. But I would trust the ball in his hands more and in Kyrie's hands way more than I would Steph. First off, Steph can't play defense. Steph cannot check Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie can't check Steph.
He did.
When?
He did in the finals.
Okay.
He did. He showed he could check him.
Okay, but that's not.
Klay Thompson can't even check Kyrie.
Look, that shot that Kyrie hit was a contested shot. That was a heavily contested shot.
And he hit it.
That ain't on Steph. That's on Kyrie.
And he hit it.
It didn't matter who was guarding that nigga. He was probably gonna hit it unless they was like fucking Anthony Davis.
All I'm saying is, I feel like he's. What?
No, I was looking at this nigga wire headphones.
Oh, he got iPhone headphones, so it's probably no.
It was USB-C.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah,
you got an iPhone?
Yeah. He got iPhone and Android.
Oh, this nigga. Okay.
Both sides set tripping.
Whoa.
But anyway, but yeah, like I said, he is definitely the better shooter. He's probably the easiest to play with because as many shots as Steph take, he actually isn't that selfish. They pass the ball around a lot. He just happens to be the last person to take the shot. Mm-hmm. So he is way easier to play with. Just me, my personal opinion, I would take Kyrie over Steph just because I would trust the ball in his hands more and on offense and on defense. Two-way player, just better.
I don't know.
And that's the part of the reason why I wouldn't put Dame against him because Dame can barely get out of the semifinals. Barely.
Well,
that's Dame's problem, and I love Damian Lillard. But he is my favorite point guard right now. But I still think the best point guard right now is Kyrie Irving.
But that nigga, what's the nigga name? That nigga Dame is doing everything like on his own, bro.
No, he's not.
He was the team that drafted him with the players that his team fucking drafted. He
got CJ McCollum
drafted.
Okay, but that's not on his own. Okay. CJ can do the same.
That's on his CJ
does the same numbers that Dame do. Actually, without CJ, you wouldn't get the Dame you have now.
Well, look, when somebody says on their own, what they mean is no outside talent.
Of course.
That's what they mean.
Of course.
So technically, when Steph, Draymond, and Klay, like when they won 73-9, Steph did that on his own. Klay did it on his own. They did it on their own.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I'm saying when Kyrie was on his own in Cleveland, there was a fucking lottery team. Then he moved to fucking Boston or whatever, and Boston carried him, nigga, further than he could have ever went on his own. Probably even more than if he was playing.
I don't know. That Boston team was still developing. I do think that team was better.
They took LeBron at 7 games
without him.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because Kyrie is ass, nigga.
No, he's not.
He's not ass. He's 5.
No, he's okay.
He's 5.
Okay, but yeah, like I said, I think the best move for if Brooklyn doesn't get any depth, their best move is to move Harden to the bench if Kyrie comes back.
Move Harden to the bench?
Yes.
Kyrie to the bench.
I'll say the reason why I say move Harden to the bench is because Harden is already used to being that 6 man from back in OKC.
That was back in OKC.
Yeah, but as you can see, in Houston he could barely get out of the conference finals.
That's because that nigga had to run into the Warriors every day, bro.
That's your fault.
No, it's not.
That's your fault.
That's not his
fault. Play better. And he plays horrible in the playoffs.
Hey, but you know what?
From day one of the playoff, he plays horrible.
Man, he
needs to go to the bench.
You know what?
Let him run the offense from the bench. So when Kyrie and Steph get out, Kyrie and KD get out, offense is all yours. That's what he needs. That's what he needs.
No.
That's cool. Because and honestly, they don't have any scoring coming off the bench right now. So that would be their best move.
I'd much rather have Kyrie on the bench, bro. I don't know.
It would.
I don't know why. I just have this disdain for Kyrie now, bro.
Which reasonably so with his track record so far, reasonably so. If you had another center off the bench to come with him, a decent center or whatever, I would say yeah, Kyrie off the bench or whatever. But you have no other firing power with if you have Kyrie come off the bench, you have nothing else. Like you gotta hope these guys make shots and you pass the ball. Where James Harden, I'm gonna score. Like whether it's in the rack, or it's to the rack, or if it's a shot, I'm gonna score. Period.
I mean, I just can't vibe with
Kyrie. And that's cool. That's cool. And look, anybody that speak against him right now, I totally understand. Personality wise, I wouldn't pick him up either because I feel like that's
nigga. How you gonna toot this nigga horn for 10 minutes and then be like, but nah, I ain't gonna pick him up.
I mean, no. I said if I would pick him up. Any team in the league would be stupid to let him just walk away from the NBA. Everybody should throw him a contract. Well, not everybody, but it's a lot of teams out there that should be throwing him a contract.
Bro, you know what? You know who I feel Kyrie is worth in the trade?
Who?
Blake Griffin.
You sound crazy.
Dog, I would, man. That if somebody wanted to trade me Kyrie, that's my offer. Like, I'll give you Blake Griffin, bro.
You sound crazy.
Nah, I ain't giving you nothing else. I'll give you like
sound crazy.
Blake Griffin and like a Honda or something.
I'm not giving up. He said a Honda. Oh my god.
They make some nice cars, nigga. Relax.
Oh my god.
Did you know Lexuses are Hondas? I think.
Lexus are. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and Lexus is only a brand that exists over here.
Really?
Yes. Because they say Americans care about that kind of shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. I know that.
No, consumerism. We'll get into it. Don't fact check me. I don't know.
We ain't got that in the budget yet. We ain't got a fact check.
Right.
Don't worry about
it. What the fuck is you doing? Just over here watching.
Producing.
Right.
Doing producing.
Nigga, off keyboard producer.
So one of the things I have written down for in my list of just random topics or whatever is something that I thought about a couple days ago, and I figured like this could be like the meat and potatoes of this particular episode. So the question is, what would your 13-year-old self say to your current age self? Like we always think about hindsight 2020 where, oh yeah, me, I would go back in time and tell myself this.
Invest in Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah, but now but with 13-year-old G, be proud of however old you are now, G. What would that person say what would younger you say to older you? Like would they be proud of you? Would they be proud of the stuff you done? Like think about all the stuff you had in your mind. Like I know with me, I had my whole life set after high school. Like, okay, go to college. Back then, I was big into drawing, so go to college, be an animator, graduate or whatever. Start working for Cartoon Network. Be a storyboard artist or some kind of character developer on a show for Cartoon Network. Then eventually I'll write my own cartoon, and I'll be set. Like that was my whole thing at 13 or whatever. Like I had that all planned out. But it's like now, like when you a college dropout, nowhere near writing your own cartoon, can barely write a comic. You don't even draw anymore.
Right.
So I personally feel like 13-year-old me would kind of be like, damn, you let me down. But also, like, it'll be like, well, you got this other stuff going on too that kind of like makes up for it. But like, what happened? Like, where did you go wrong? What happened? You know what I mean? That's all. It was just a kind of introspective, think piece or whatever on what the things we had set for ourselves and what made us get off track. Like, what was it? Was it our own personal things? Like, I know me personally, discipline has been an issue for me from Jump Street. Like, whether it be whether it's money, being disciplined with money, like you know that. Like I had horrible spending habits.
Big money poppy, boy.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like the little money I did get, I spent it fast on like stupid stuff. No second thought whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember you said those was like Bobby moves, bro.
Yeah, those.
Everyone, but you know, and real quick to answer your question before, we might have time, but real quick to answer your question, what my 13-year-old self say to my older self, would he be proud of me?
Right.
I think in some ways.
Okay.
I think in some ways he'd be disappointed. Like I don't want to say disappointed, but like come on, nigga. like he probably would have thought we would have fucked like way more hoes at this point.
Wow.
And it just
top priority.
Right. And it just did not happen. Okay. I'm sorry. So
it's alright, bro.
So quality over quantity, I guess.
Definitely, it's definitely.
That's what you tell yourself anyway. But other than that though, I think we're proud because they say cool, like decent jobs. Like I pretty much don't do nothing I don't want to do.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like life has been like average. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I had the good like YouTube stuff. I had the good movie theater meme stuff. So I believe those like are good things. Those are accomplishments. Those are things to be proud of.
Right.
And those are things to grow on. Like, man, for some reason, I just want a nigga to come like, I got this dream, right?
Right.
Like this, I had a dream. It was some nigga in the NFL. He started. He played like defensive back. This is all a dream.
Gotcha.
His last name was like Frost or something like that, and he wanted to use the name Frostmatic really, really bad. Whatever.
He had to buy it from you.
He had to buy it from me, and this nigga bought it from me. I was like, yes, I'm so glad you bought that from me. And he gave me like hundreds of thousands of dollars for it.
Right.
And then he bought like what he bought? He bought like the Instagram name, but he wanted the Facebook name too, and he wanted he wanted everything because I'm Frostmatic on everything pretty much. He wanted like everything, and I just kept charging this nigga. He just kept buying shit, and I was just so fucking happy. So I just want some famous nigga named Frost to just pop off, so like automatically and just be.
Funny story. Did you know that that's how a lot of these people like got started, or like back in the internet day when the internet was like young and growing or whatever? The people that a lot of famous people that weren't online yet, they got their names brought or whatever ahead of time. So you had to buy it from somebody else. So like there's a funny story about how I believe it's these two people. Little Kim wanted to use her Little Kim name or whatever online, but somebody else brought it, and when they reached out to that person to get it, Left Eye from TLC had it.
Really? Wow. Damn.
Yeah. So and then they also say that's how like Mark Cuban got on or whatever early.
Yeah.
Because like he had registered like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all that stuff or whatever before all of this stuff happened. So at the end of the day, when it popped off, they had to buy it from him.
Right.
That's the rumor. I don't know how true that is.
Right.
Yeah. But all in all, I think what you got. What's your 2021 looking like, man? What you got going on?
My 2021, man. I don't know. I just wanna get through this bitch, man. Honestly, dog. I wanna take a vacation with a pretty girl. Preferably if she got like some big titties, that'd be nice.
Nice. That's all.
And that's what I want to do, bro. I just want to relax on the beach, like with my head on some big titties, with a fruity umbrella drink. Like fruity umbrella drink, dog. And I feel like if I can do that at least once, and I don't like get nothing repossessed, bro.
Mask or no mask?
Mask off.
Mask off.
Fuck it, mask off.
All right, future.
And I mean, like, so hopefully, man, we get to a point where we passed all of that.
Yeah.
And but
yeah. I'm actually like really proud of myself going forward. I've already reached one of my goals for January. I think I'm like 3 things, maybe 4 things off, but I still got like 13 days to get it done. So like I'm like,
nigga, how many goals did you have?
Well, it's actually like for January, February, March.
Oh, you got your goals by the quarter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got 10 things in each of those months. Mm-hmm. And then the next 3 months is going to go up to 15. And then the next 3 months is going to go up to 20. Then those last 3 months, I think it'll go back down to 15. But I really wanted to go up to 25, but it's kind of
nigga,
hard.
25 goals?
Yeah.
Nigga, I feel like at that point you just putting shit down. Like, I'm gonna do some sit-ups this morning. Like,
No. It's very specific. It's very specific things.
Cause you make me feel like I don't know what the fuck to accomplish, nigga.
No,
because nigga, when I get up, go to work, come back, didn't get to an accident, didn't get fired,
go
success, nigga, success. Bro, every time I get off of work, it feel like a small dub, nigga. I be like, you know what? I'm so happy. This is exactly what I needed, and I be ready to quit every day up until that Friday when I get paid. And I'll be like, you know, I'm gonna come in on Monday. I'm coming on Tuesday, but you know what? Fuck y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying?
It might be worth it.
Yeah,
it might be worth
man. But after taxes, man.
Oh yeah, it's
I ain't shit worth.
Man, when I work those
triples,
those triple time days.
See, at least you get offered triple time, dog.
Yo, they took so much.
But nigga, you still walked away with more than you probably ever have ever.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So like, man,
that's cool. All right, that's it. Anything else for this first episode?
No, man. How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty good. I still don't like my voice for the first, but I think I'll get used to it. And got to practice on slowing down my speech and not hitting the desk when I talk. But
yeah, I'm like, this nigga was adamant as fuck, boy.
I
I want pictures of Spider-Man, nigga. Like damn.
For news, I want Spider-Man.
Shit, always ask the news, but always.
Dog,
look, real quick.
What's up?
So I was at work this one time, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm on the line putting these seatbelts in, whoop, 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 right? And then the line went down. That's part of the day, right? I'm like, oh shit. It's been down for like a whole 10 seconds. I'm like, let me go over to my phone real quick. So I went over to my phone and I had a message from the girl I was talking to at the time, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and I say a picture message. I'm thinking this bitch sent me a meme or something. No, she sent me titties. I'm like, I'm like, it's like 1:30 in the morning. Thank you so much. How did you know I wanted titties? Like, like thank you so much. Yes. And then like, you know what? It dead ass put a smile on my face for the rest of that shift.
They should always put a smile on your face.
They did. And you know what? I'm like, you know what? This girl care about me, dog.
That's love.
That is love.
That's legit.
That is legit.
Unasked for.
Unasked for. It's like, man, unsolicited.
Like no hits, no nothing. Nothing. Like you, all you said was good morning, and you ain't text back until that, and then that's the first one you got.
Man, like King, like that's I'm great. Like, man, she like, thank you, King, great. And I'm like, you know what?
She putting full court pressure on.
Bro,
that's a full court.
Hey, but she always been a shooter, nigga. She always been a shooter
from deep.
She
the parking lot. She arranged.
Woo. But no, I'm good, Bobby. You got anything else?
I don't, man. I just want I mean, if this is something that interests y'all, think about that topic I brought up. You know, what would your younger self say to your older self, and think about the things you had in life, you know, that happened or whatever, that set you off those particular goals and paths. No matter how old you are, whether you 17 or 71, you always got something that you want to achieve or whatever. And don't let it stop or whatever. Like don't let nothing stifle you from those young goals. Like a lot of artists have this issue where it's not that you grow out of art, you grow out of creativity, and like your imagination just like slows down because you don't feed it. So, you know, think about the things you wanted in life, and if it's never too late. I'm not gonna say if it's not too late. It's never too late. At least you tried. Even if you tried, you did more than what half people did. All right.
Yo, no, you did.
Now I'm good.
Man, I was gonna say, I think it's wild that you had like all these insightful things to say, and I talked about titties twice. Like,
I mean, look, this is the thing. This is the thing. I said I'm gonna censor myself, but when it come down to it, if it come up, it come up. Like I'm definitely not gonna stray away.
Oh man, yeah, you can't be holding the pod back, fam.
No. Eventually, I'm gonna take it to the next level. But right now, I said I'm gonna chill out. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's it.
All right, man. Everybody, thank you for tuning in 40 minutes into the Block Talk podcast, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, definitely.
You can follow me on Instagram at Frostmatic, and then Bobby's was at the beginning with a whole bunch of dots and zeros. So
yeah.
Good luck.
Bobby.G3.0. Yeah, and you can also follow Royal Lineage Apparel at both Facebook and Instagram. That's exactly how it's spelled, how it sounds. Royal Lineage Apparel.
I'll wait to assume niggas can spell.
Yeah, you got to. I got faith in my people. All right.
But all right, y'all. We'll catch y'all later, man.
Peace.